and your face won't be on the recording no matter what. Let me just get everything set, and then what I'd like to do is give my little talk. Okay. Okay. Of course, things are being difficult. So I'm going to ask you to just kind of sit back for a moment, and I will just figure this out real quick. Sorry for this. Okay, thank you so much again for your patience. Let's get started. Woohoo! So today we're in a really amazing time. We are kind of under this lunar eclipse, which is, for those of you who might not be sort of familiar with what a lunar eclipse is, this is a time in which the moon is actually moving into the Earth's shadow. It's also a time in which the sun, the earth, and the moon are very closely aligned. This is basically a moment in which the moon and the earth and the sun's energies are all kind of coming into alignment, coming into sync with each other. And what we actually have today, which is kind of exciting, is what's called a totally eclipsed moon, or an almost totally eclipsed moon, also called a blood moon, because it's almost completely covered, basically, by this shadow. What these represent spiritually, kind of metaphysically, as we're working with all of this, is portals of transformation, portals of awakening. Some might consider them too chaotic to work with. I know that's kind of big in some spheres on social media, but I would say that it's actually very safe, very opening for us to all be a part of and to align with. So I welcome in that eclipse energy today, and also invite us to look at it through this lens of the Taurus kind of eclipse sort of alignment as well. Taurus, of course, hasn't had an eclipse since 2014. So this is actually a moment that is kind of ending and restarting cycles that began in 2014, almost a decade, maybe a little bit less, but really kind of representing a new starting point, representing a new time for us that is going to continue to change and grow. As Taurus is opposed to Scorpio, and we're in Scorpio season, this is going to continue to basically have after effects and reverberations into Scorpio season coming through 2022. So this is actually quite a powerful one, in which it reaches very far back and is going to be reaching a lot into the future. So a lot to kind of look at, a lot to unpack. What this also has to do with is kind of maybe feeling, especially with this Taurian energy, welcoming in kind of our down-to-earth self, our security-focused self. You know, Taurus is, of course, ruled by Venus, and so welcoming in that love energy, but it might also be welcoming in a shakeup around there. So something connected to maybe relationships or money or so forth. All of these things may be highlighted at this time. We've also got a lot of really kind of interesting aspects going along. So there's something with Jupiter here, there's square to the moon, which means everything might be feeling exaggerated lately, everything might be feeling bolded, the changes may really be coming through in a bigger way than we might have ever realized before. But we've also got Mercury opposite, so lots of kind of stubbornness, kind of not feeling open-minded right now, not wanting to change, even though we've got this opportunity to change. And finally, what's called a T-square with Mars, Uranus, and Saturn. So something in which they're all kind of bringing tension into each other, and they might be clashing. There might be kind of aggression around this or feeling like showdowns, but what's actually happening is an opportunity to kind of look at what feels so choppy and what is kind of coming up for us. These are all coming through with these fixed signs, except for Leo. So it's actually a great moment to also bring in that Leo perspective, in which we're all just confident, we're cool, we're really outgoing, and everything's gonna be totally fine. So kind of, allowing ourselves for that little bit of freedom as well, I think is very helpful, very important. There's definitely something to be said for just doing what you can, because everything is opening for us. Everything is feeling chaotic. Everything's feeling very deep. I know that I can definitely relate to that myself this week. I feel like there's been a lot just kind of being thrown at me. So if you can relate, you're not alone. So I just welcome us all to be looking at that and looking at kind of a new way of being as we're coming into this full moon. Per usual, we're going to have 2 meditations today and a silent break in between. So what that means is during the break, I ask that you keep yourself muted just so that everyone can kind of be in their space. You're welcome to put in the chat any reactions that come up. And otherwise, we'll just get started with the meditations. So the first one will be kind of clearing us, bringing clarity. And the second will be about kind of going into sort of the eclipse portal and receiving the downloads we need. And I'm always understanding, if timing is not perfect, but if you want the full download, it's always best to stay to the end. So whatever you can make is always what's divinely aligned and always welcome. And again, I just thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing the space. I see some folks in the chat. Yes, welcome, loving that there's so much Taurus energy, loving that there's some Sag energy. I am also a Sag moon, so great to see all of that. Yes, lots of death and rebirth right now. I feel like lots of chaos. I mean, I feel like this year, even with the great resignation and all of this, there's been a lot shifting. And so now we have to figure out, well, what does that mean? Now that we've kind of come out of our coffin, right? We've done the death, we've done the change. How do we actually live now in this world? So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be interesting. And we'll just have to figure it out, right? So again, we're going to start with a little bit of just kind of bringing in the relaxed self, the focused self. Then we'll delve in a little deeper. To those on Instagram, you won't be able to hear the music. So if you have music you want to play in the background, like meditation music, that's totally welcome. Otherwise, you'll be able to hear the music if you're on the Zoom or if you're on Facebook, and I promise to fix that by next time. Again, thank you to all with my setup stuff. Of course, it's an eclipse, so it took me like 2 extra full minutes to get this all set up. So let's start with our first meditation music, please. And yeah, let's get started. All right, everyone. If you haven't already, lay down or sit down in a comfortable position. Take some time to get yourself and your body feeling comfortable, feeling okay with where you are right now. And let us begin with this incredible activation today and opportunity. We'll begin with breath work. So we'll start here with breathing into the count of 9 and breathing out to the count of 9. I will be guiding all of us so that we can begin kind of an attunement together with each other and also with ourselves. So when I say 9, we're going to breathe in, and when I say 9, we're going to breathe out. and I will be guiding you as well. Breathing in 9. And breathing out 9. And breathing in 9. And breathing out 9. And now I'm going to say 9, and we'll kind of get the drill, get into our practice. 9. 9. 9. 9. 1 last breath here. 9. 9. And as we are returning to normal breath, we are allowing ourselves a moment of rest and welcoming ourselves to a little bit of self-understanding. We are welcoming in a discernment of who we are, where we are, and a full seeing of our full vibration. Taking in the knowledge of our full personhood and the energy of the ancestors, the energy of the allies in our lives, the knowledge of all of this that rests in our heart space. And we are taking this time now to also activate our inner awareness. And we are performing a check-in with the intention of becoming a little more quiet, welcoming in focus, little inner silence. we can let the forehead soften, releasing whatever thought is in our mind. Now is the time to let go of logical thought. Slowly removing the need to grasp so tightly on to what we might have been thinking about or worrying about before this moment. Letting go of the other people in our mind, in our hearts, in our energy fields, letting them go somewhere else that isn't here. The thoughts and the people can sink into the ground or fly away, or they can take the front door, but they have to consciously leave us now. Because we are very kindly showing them the exit and very earnestly taking time now for ourselves. We relax the shoulders now and the shoulder blades. You might feel called to breathe into this space. Relaxing the arms and the wrists and the elbows. Relaxing the fingers, letting go of your neck, let go of your throat, relax your jaw. Breathing softly into these places, making a little more room for the body. We let go too of the lower body, relaxing stomach, torso, relaxing legs. Letting go of the energy, letting go of the tension. You might feel this cleansing coming to you. are fully and completely letting go. We do not have to grip so tightly to the reality of the everyday. We can return whenever we need to, both to relaxed state and to daily state. And for now, letting go even just a little bit can be a gift to ourselves as we fall deeper and deeper and deeper into mesmerized trance, relaxed body state, falling deeply into relinquishment of the universe beyond, and for the great infinity of the self. Allowing now for a euphoria of self-awareness. We are made of so many cells and so many important functions. Each part of our body does something to support our living, a temple in its own way to our consciousness and existence. Now we can be at ease, be free to find peace upon peace and self upon self. There's much for us to express and to see, and right now we are recharging ourselves, refilling our inner cup, pouring back into our cup and vessel, really taking the time to give to ourselves. Filling in any cracks in our aura, taking this moment to just consciously allow ourselves to feel good about ourselves. I'm sending Reiki for this divine awakening for us all. We are in the moment. We are of the moment. We are submerged in the feeling of being in the body, and we are safe in the body. Each moment ticks by, but we are still here, still present, still purely ourselves. Each of us is completely in our own world, our own earth. And in this place, we are not examined, we are not perceived, we are not judged. We are safely alone as ourselves, our body, our spirit, our earth. In this place, we are wrapped in a warm cocoon, feeling the delicate layers caress us and give us the comfort that we deserve, all in supported, loving space. Allowing ourselves to fully accept the deepness of this state of melted coziness, safe space, comfort space. We allow for the love of the self, of self-consciousness that is conscious of loving self. We refill the cup of love for self. We breathe in to love in the heart and in the lungs. We take a moment here to feel heart and lung space filling with love. We may feel activation in the throat and shoulders as well. We are matching the breath with our heartbeat. Listening to the thunder that is in our heart. With great appreciation, welcoming a stillness and harmony to allow the heart to simply be. We do not have to fear the rejections of the past or the potential of the future. We are simply understanding to the emotional heart that it may be sensitive or frozen or feel ungrounded. So we are going to continue to breathe with the heart and to welcome a full calmness of feeling. Watch if your waterways, your heart's waters feel activated. Watch where that love flows from you. We are coming into full awareness of the frequency and vibration of the heart with the intention of welcoming in peace and love. Excuse me, I'm going to bless us all with a little crystal Reiki, sending and activating heart vibrations together. Green apophyllite for awakening, fluorite and apophyllite for spirit heart, energetic heart, healing and activation. We may also feel awareness of the frequency of our feet as we continue to welcome in anchored awareness, stabilizing our spiritual and astral bodies with that of the earthly bodies. Welcoming in Kambaba Jasper now. Ancient green layers of crystal and sediment and earth with tiny beings, tiny workers, uplifting us, uplifting our love space. Becoming rooted down through the heart. We are here. We are feeling in the present moment with peace and harmony. And we are providing our heart with a foundation to the earth. Welcoming in the power of Zoisite. Heart and feet activation. Heart connecting to the heart of the earth itself, connecting to the magma, connecting to the iron, molten at the center of the earth, where we all came from, where the crystal beings came from, where the plant beings came from, where spirit itself helped us find our way. Finally welcoming in green emerald healing, the beryls, the strongest, the stone. Connecting your heart in your bubble, in your earth, to this earth. Receiving rainbow downloads of your blessed aura into spirit heart, spirit beloved self, and spirit earthed self, so that we are in the process of full self-love and acceptance. And finally, we welcome in earthed heart space an awareness of our psychic vision and our crown chakra, third eye, and connection to the great universe, all while we are grounded in our love self. We take time to apply the knowledge of past choices into the present, with full seeing and full connection. We allow ourselves to be fully loved by divine source, divine earth, divine self at the center. Awareness coming to our spine, our center space, our brain hemispheres, our right and left sides, our blended femininity, masculinity, fluidity, all balanced as our true selves are. Healing in this space. We welcome in a mutual love with ourself, our body, and our abundance, our inner beauty. We treasure ourselves as we deserve to be treasured. We are fully held. We are flowering. We are unfolding as the flower of life. We are smoothing ourselves and becoming natural once again. For we deserve great kindness always. And we deserve to remember that we can offer ourselves the love that we deserve always. I will offer final healing abundance to you, knowing that abundance flows around us, abundance flows within us, abundance beats with us in our hearts. We take a moment of silence now to be with the love in our hearts as we come to the end of this meditation with gratitude. ourselves a break. I'm going to keep the music on, please, production director, and we'll take about 3-4 minutes just to be here, be in space. Again, please keep your so that we can be respectful of where everyone is. Thanks to those who are sticking with us on all platforms right now. If you'd like to share, you're welcome to do so in the chat. Just ask. Realize I was muted, so I'm just saying, if the folks on Insta play some music if you'd like with us, I think it's time to begin our second meditation. So I ask that my DJ please change the music set, basically, please. And we'll go ahead and get started. Okay. Again, thank you to all who are here today. And if you feel ready, please go ahead and get comfortable. Get back into a position for meditating, for finding comfort. And we will begin our second meditation. So we're going to take a moment and return to the breath, starting with a little bit of a breath work together, tuning back into this space. I'm going to invite us all to breathe in to the count of 9, breathe out to the count of 9. Okay, breathing in now, 9. And breathing out 9. Breathing in 9. Breathing out 9. And we'll do this again. Breathing in 9. Breathing out 9. And one final time. 9. 9. We are returning and bringing ourselves into the space of focusing within. We are together within our container. We are in our rooms, holding sacred space, as our homes are sacred, our land is sacred, our ancestry is sacred, the moon above is sacred. Our feelings and hearts and growth are all a part of the sacred and cosmic cycle. We welcome in the heavenly energies of the universe. We welcome in an all-encompassing wisdom that is the great sacred wisdom of all things. And we take a moment to breathe in this space and to fully connect. Taking time now to check back in with our bodies and focusing in on the self as we take in a new kind of silence. Welcoming in any healing that I am sending into places you might need, so that you can feel a little more centered. We open ourselves as we welcome in the divine and heavenly energies of this alignment with the stars and with the cosmos. We are acknowledging each and every one of us right now in loving counsel amongst one another. And we are appreciating each other's energy as well. As I call in our guides, our allies, your guides, your allies, calling in God, Goddess, calling in the ancestors, calling in the animals, calling in the little people, calling in the angels, calling in all who watch over you, Mother Earth and Father Sky, calling in the 7 directions, the north, the east, the south, the west, the below, the above, and the heart at center. Calling in my allies, calling in Father Ninurta of Babylon, Mother Ishtar, calling in those of ancient Egypt, Mother Isis, Osiris, Anubis, calling in Venus, Aphrodite, calling in Hecate, calling in Hathor, Shaktima, Shivaji. Gathering all of this into ourselves now. We are offering our gratitude and prayer, hailing those who watch over us in an internal incantation of thanks, our medicine songs. We are as hearts beating as one. I offer a prayer before we begin our journey. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Malik Yawm Ad-Din, Iyaka na'budu wa Iyaka nasta'in, Uhdina Sirat al-Mustaqim, Sirat al-Ladhina an'amta alayhim, Ghayri al-Maghdubi alayhim, Wala Dhalim, Ameen. Together, we are beginning our journey now. We leave our bodies, allowing our spirits to float up and fly off out our window, out into the realm of spirit, moving to a hallowed place for our ancestors and our people. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be in awe of the great energies of all who support us, all who hold us in great gratitude, allowing for energy, emotion to move through us. As we are going to this place for our healing, it may be the forests, maybe the desert or the river plains, the jungles, the mountains, any place on this earth or in the planets beyond that provide you comfort. As long as we see a long path and feel our spirit's feet begin to touch down. Sending love to you as well. Knowing we are held in this space. We are surrounded by love. We may take in the world around us, this place of our magical becoming, beneath the full moon and the lunar eclipse, taking in the wilderness of this place, the powerful wildness of this earth that will hold you for your vision quest. We are following this long stone path until we find our gateway to this eclipse portal. It is a great cave entrance with crystal glass stone made of mirrors, an open doorway made of gold and silver liquid shining and shimmering in this night. This is an opening to the realm and portal of Great Mother Venus, Hathor, Ishtar, Isis, the loving energy of a parent as they should be, a parent that is ours. See Venus as who they are. It may be a goddess, it may be God, it may be fluid being. We see this being only as one who is happy to see our accomplishments and that rejoices in our company. Great Hathor, offering us kind passion for existence at all times, seeing us from afar with divine love gifted and never ever taken away. Waiting for us behind the entrance of this journey and this gateway that is sparkling as the shadows of moon and sun and earth come together. This opening to the portal of the eclipse, everything bright and sparkly and radiating. And as we become closer and closer to this space, we are feeling that the temperature is changing. The energy is becoming more hypercharged with the magnetic fields of this astrological alignment. Everything is becoming highly vibrational, carrying the great spirit of all things. And we are moving as if going into water, Slowly feeling the energy at our feet, at our legs, moving up as we prepare ourselves to become one with this portal into a very different dimension. And when we are ready, we may enter this cave of mirrors, this portal to our medicine, to our destination of becoming attuned under the full moon. Our heart shining rainbow beams. We are sparkling as this cave is sparkling. We fit in very easily to this space, as if it were meant for us, as if it were a glove that forms to our hand, our spirit energetically cradling us in this space. We are beauty and beauty. We are in the hall of healing under the full moon in Taurus and the blessed eclipse. This is our cave of wonders, our vessel of mirrors. And around us shine many pools, the earth and waters glowing with their own bioluminescence, their own earth, spirit, light. Above us shines the moon in all her fullness, the ruler of our internal waters, the ruler of our emotions and psychic eye, the great grandmother of the night who travels her many cycles. And above us too shines the great star that gives us life, the fiery sun, one star among many, our heat, our spirit, our warmth, our breath of life. Grandmother and grandfather, Helios and Selene, Hecate, Artemis, Apollo, Shamash and Sin, Ra and Hathor, Lord Tefnut, Sol and Mani, Inti and Mama Kilia. They are coming together in great meeting. Their journeys bring them in one place, opening a new gateway and portal for this final eclipse season of 2020. They are above us, and they have been waiting for us. And so too here is Ishtar, Venus, Hathor in all the many faces. And also here are the helper spirits who are going to reweave us and aid us. Everything sparkles as diamonds, and we too are sparkling with diamond strength. Submerged in these pools, held now by these beings and energies. We are again being woven into a great cocoon, protected and energetically being formed into something new. Around us, we hear the thunder and lightning, the wind. We hear the gentle waters. We hear all the great elements that live within this earth. And our spirit becomes magnetically charged and reworked with electricity. As the sun and moon open a great pillar of power down into our aura. In this hall of mirrors for our activation. And we begin to be spun around, our energy shifting and moving with the centrifugal force of the many orbiting planets, the many Earths, moving around these bodies. We are in our pillar, and we too are finding the many things in our orbit spinning round and round and round. All moving at great speed, aligning us at our center, as if pulling that which we don't need out and away from us, so that all that is left is our blessed, focused self. We are all, as this eclipse, coming into our own momentum and direction. As everything spins around us, it all is pulled away until we start to only feel at our center, our great heart, our great aura, growing, 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 and being fed by this moon and sun, by Tauran energy, Taurus, and great Hathor, great Venus. Welcoming in the many downloads and spirit records that are here for us to receive today. We are here to seek our ascension, as our ascension is seeking us. Our guides are around us, all hands up, blessing us in this portal, in this pillar, in this cave of wonders. All being removed but self. As we are resonating and welcoming in a great certainty to ourselves, to who we are, a certainty of knowing, and a certainty of our intention, a certainty of our desire to love and to share our love with all beings. Reconnecting with our feet, our crown, our heart in this space, as we welcome in a download and understanding and intention to be certain, as well as a certainty of intent. Our actions may sometimes be mistakes. We may do things we do not intend, things we wish we might not have done or said. But all we can do now is welcome in a certainty of our true intention to do good. And allowing this certainty of intention to do good to permeate every part of our spirits and ourselves, welcoming it in with all aspects of our conscious awareness. You may feel movement or noises coming out of you. Just receive. As we are in this hall of mirrors and cave of wonders, so too is this healing cave, listening, receiving, and retransmitting our desire to heal, to do good, to intend to be in harmony with the natural order of all things. And like radio signals, our harmonizing of intent echoes through these mirrors, meeting itself tenfold, infinityfold, through our many reflections of energetic body and etheric soul. Great Taurus grounds us in our heart with the love and understanding of our intent to keep growing and learning. Healing our fears, healing our sadness, with a certainty of progress to come. With the ever moving body and spirit and mind growing, growing, growing. Welcoming in a new grid of being in the front, in the back, to the sides, and in all of our 7 directions now. We are bathed in the molten energy of the full moon in Taurus. Blessed earth and energy healing us deeply. Mother Earth's core surrounding us in heavy vibration of relaxed self, healing self, beloved self. Opening our hearts again as we welcome in the belief that even if we feel unheard, we can always deeply listen to ourselves, to our story, and can be certain that all can be rebuilt, all can be moved beyond, all can be changed into a new way of being. The molten energy of the earth forming a kind of prism around us, moon above, earth below, cave around. We are in a horizon, a selenileon of an eclipse. Moon rising, moon setting, sun rising, sun setting. Above us, the moon eclipses, shifting and changing. We are becoming obscured. We are becoming anew. Sun and moon pass into each other's shadow. And so too does our conscious and unconscious pass into each other, weaving, held by the focus of our intent and our certainty of heart. We are shifting as the moon shifts. Our voices are cleared. Our abundance is cleared. Our hearts are cleared. We are changing completely with the activation of the eclipse in our hearts, the loving earth energy of Taurus in our hearts. And with our cup filled once again, receiving our own love at center and in all reflections in this infinite cave of wonders. Ahlan wa sahlan to those on the lives. Welcoming, welcoming, welcoming ourselves. Our dream is joined with absolute dreaming of the cosmos. And just as God Goddess dreams, so too do we. Just as God Goddess is infinite, so too are we infinitely mirrored in this cave of knowing. We are expanding and in expansion, and our Creator Source is expanding with us. So let us receive our final downloads. So we take a moment to be in silence in this place. And I offer a final prayer to great God Goddess Hathor, Venus and Moon Mother, Cow Mother, Ancient Mother, Ancient Parent. Giving praise to Hathor who lives in Thebes. We kiss the earth for her in all her forms. May I pray to her for the greatness of her name, for the strength of her striking power. Love of her is in the hearts of the people. Her beauty is with the gods. Oh, my lady, come and protect me. Give me abundant life. Make me healthy on that east side of the sky, so that I will be established in the horizon. Oh, my lady, come and restore me. Keep me safely, so that I will be protected. Oh, come, Lady of the Mirror, oh, come. For millions of years, you have sailed in the sun with your father without ceasing. And as you ride, I pray, and we all pray, for happiness, for prosperity, for health, and for protection. May they flow from you without ceasing. Receive your final downloads here now. Any final wisdom to your heart, to your body, to your spirit in this space. And when we are ready, we may leave this great temple with humble thanks. Back out of the doorways, back to our room, to our body, back into this space and this time. Thank you to all who joined. I'm going to turn off the live on Facebook and turn off the recording. Hopefully I can turn off the live on Instagram as well. And if you would like to share, you're welcome to do so as soon as you feel safe and comfortable and back.